Hi and welcome to another Jenny's Stamping Parlour. Today I'm going to show you how to make these tiny little faux porcelain roses, and I'm going to make them from Tim's Tattered PineCone die from Sizzix. You will need some embossing distress ink and some glossy accents and some ultra thick clear. Okay, so I've die cut one of the pine cones and I'm going to fold it, and you want to fold each little petal very roughly, so you've got a little fold in each petal. Takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it in the end, I can assure you. So just keep folding and going round with it. Once you've done that, you want to take the end, so you're going to take this bit here and you're going to start to roll it, and just roll it in a clockwise, anti-clockwise direction, difficult to say really, towards the middle, and just keep folding and pinching, folding and pinching. Don't worry too much, it's amazing how easy this is. So you're just going to keep folding it. Right till you get to the very end, and then it will sit just on the base of it. It's got a little tag that it will sit on, so you just want to press it down and we're going to glue it. Now I press it quite hard and it'll just pop round like that, you can see that, and I'm going to take some glossy accents and I'm going to just glue the base of it. So I'm just going to push it down and I'm going to glue the base, and you just want to glue it and wait for the glue to dry. Okay. Once it's dried, you want to start folding the bottom petals. Now I've squashed it with my fingers and I quite like that. That's part of what I think is quite nice on this particular rose. But if you don't want to squash it, then just glue it very carefully. So you want to fold all the petals backwards so it looks a bit like a rose. It is so easy, this. It really is. And you can leave it like that, you can ink it, you can put distress stickles on it, you can put stickles on it, and you can just leave it like that. But I rather wanted to do the faux porcelain roses because I'm rather a fan of them. So I was thinking, rather than, a lot of people don't have melt pots, so I was thinking, how can I do it without a melt pot? And I came up with this solution. So you want to take your embossing ink pad, and you can be any embossing ink pad, I just happen to have a distress ink pad, and you want to really press it onto the rose. You can use the ink if you want and just paint it on, but as long as it's covered completely, or as close as you can get to covering it. So just ink it up, basically you're just inking the paper. And then just, again, just go over and just fold back where you don't want it. So it looks a bit like a rose. Okay. Then take your embossing powder and a heat gun and dip your rose into the powder and give it a good shake off. You can pour it on top if you want to, but I just find it easier to put into the pot. Then take your heat gun, and switching it on is always useful. Switch the heat gun on and just heat it up gently. Now if you heat too much, it will burn, the paper will burn. So you just want to heat just until it's melted. And you should be able to see that that's melted. Goes all shiny. Doesn't take very long. Once it's melted off, I usually dip it again. So I'm just going to dip it into the pot again while it's hot and heat. And you can see that smoking just a little tiny bit, probably a little bit too much heat. And there you go, one porcelain rose. And I've added it to a tag, and I might even add that one to this tag as well, but I think it probably unlikely. So, in fact, so one porcelain rose. Thank you for watching.